every position has changed in the last 15, 20 years. I don't think any position has changed more than goalkeeper.
I agree.
You know, fullback's changed, you know, fullback's going to midfield or sometimes things like that, but the goalkeeping position has just transformed. I sometimes see goalkeeper, I see you do it sometimes, where you pass the ball to your centre-back or the centre-back passes it to you on your 6-yard line. Just talk us through the thinking behind this, because I played traditional football going back. We played out from the back, but only, you know, if someone pressed on, we just kicked it long.
Yeah.
Talk to me about why you do, what is behind the thinking of this?
No, it's the way of playing, because we, as Manchester United, we are a big club. We cannot run behind the ball. We cannot hide today. And we want to be more dominant. We want to have more possession. And playing back, to me, we try to create space on the back. So it depends. But I have to be clever and I have to be fast thinking and see what the opponent going to do. Because sometimes you have the center back of the opponent who jump to your midfielder or to your striker. Yeah. If he doesn't jump, that means we have +1. But I have to recognize that. And I have to find the free man. Sometimes that is the problem, because you have the ball, but you don't see which one is free. Yeah. And it's what we try to do sometimes. It depends also how do they press, if they press with 10, if they press with the winger, depends, because some teams, how we make meetings about them is the same, they do meetings about us. So they know you are very good with the feet, or you are a very intelligent player, or you have good skills, or you are fast. So they prepare also how to block you, especially in this league.
It's a massive pressure. Because I remember, if I received the ball in my own box and everything was in front of me, I couldn't see. It was like you have so many players in front of you. The pressure to find that pass into midfield or chipping it over. Do you feel, I can't see anything here? Sometimes the pressure of you to find someone is big. Every time you're on the ball. Well, it's every goalkeeper, not just you actually.
Well, the pressure is big, but with your teammates, you know, when we know each other, when you play along with your teammate, it becomes easy because they always give you option. And I'm happy to have the teammates I have now, because Bruno is always available, Mino is always available, Ari is there. So my teammates, they are making it easy for me. The problem is when you don't have the option, you have to kick long, and sometimes the strike is already too close. That's why you will see sometimes some goalkeeper made mistakes because we wait too long and we find the free man, but the guy is coming. Yeah. He will not wait for you. And it's difficult. It's a difficult situation sometimes.
What is the difference between the Dutch league, the Italian league, and the English league that you found?
I think it's even the difference is huge. No, Premier League is by far the best. Dutch league is good, especially when you are young. Yeah. You can show yourself. Italian league is very tactic league. But in terms of intensity here, you have. I think sometimes even in Champions League, the Premier League is even higher than the Champions League in terms of intensity. Yeah. But for me, it's top league. It's fantastic league. It's the best league to play.
And what's the intensity different for you as a goalkeeper in this league? More crosses, more long balls?
Yeah, but I love it. I love the crosses. Yeah. And but here, the goalkeeper have no protection.
No.
They don't protect. Yeah. So sometimes I'm fighting with the guy already before the crosses. I start to hit him like, hey, don't come closer. But in the end, it's nice because when they come to you, my friend, you must be ready.
Is that the big difference, you think? The physicality?
The physicality.
It's more physical than the Italian league.
Yeah, the Italian league is like it's
chess.
Yeah, it's tactic, but it's nice, it's beautiful to watch, you know. But here it's up and down, up and down. It's like tennis game. Boom, 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 boom. It's also depending against who you play, because you have some teams who this tennis game is brilliant for them. You play Liverpool, it's fantastic for them. But you play City, it's not good for them because them, they like to have more control, possession. So depend against who you play. You guys have done amazing things for this club.
Is it difficult when ex-players criticise the team?
When things are going wrong, don't go for the youngest one. I'm here to take bullets.
You played in a Champions League final for Inter Milan. You had an amazing season. Was it easy to come to Manchester? Was it obvious you just had to come? You wanted to experience it, or was it a difficult decision?
No, it was not. You cannot say no to Manchester United. It's one of the biggest clubs in the world. I was excited to come.
Yeah. You were excited to come to Manchester and just be part of it. And was Erik ten Hag a big feature in that? Because obviously you played for him before.
Yes, but also as a club, no, it's difficult to say no to Manchester United. And for me, I think it's the biggest club in this country, one of the biggest clubs in the world. And playing Premier League is the best stage to show yourself.
So I've said this for 20 years. Manchester United goalkeeper is the most pressurised position in the world. I think in English football, definitely, it's the most pressurised position. Have you felt that? Did you feel that in the first few months?
Yes.
The level of scrutiny, the level of sort of intensity goes up?
Well, yeah, the pressure, I'm used to the pressure, you know. Being Cameroonian, first, it's a big pressure.
Yeah.
Playing for my national team, it's a huge pressure. Playing for Barcelona, it's big pressure, especially when you're in the first team. Inter is pressure. Here is even more. I will not say I feel the pressure because I'm used to this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 28 years old.
Yeah.
But it was different. You know, it was, everything was different. I had to adapt. It took me 6 months not to play good, to feel good. And I also have opportunity to speak with some players, my teammates, of course. And they told me, André, listen, he took you 6 months. But for some, it's even a year. And for others, they don't even wake up.
Yeah, I agree. Who helped you through it? Obviously, other than yourself, who gave you the biggest support?
Everyone.
Any examples you can give where you...
Listen, I will tell you a small example. I have Ari. Sometimes you enter in the dressing room and I'm talking with my guy, big guy. And when you see what if he passed through, why would you not pass through this? Yeah. Ari faced terrible. Tough, yeah. It's a big man. He showed a lot of character. Now he's back. He's one of the best we have. Yeah. So it's an example, you know. Yeah. Really, it's important to look. This kind of example, it's important to take him as a reference because he passed through difficult situation. Now he's back and we move forward. I'm happy because my teammate people, as I told you before, we have good people around you, especially this club. They helped me so much. And that's why I'm still smiling because the first 6 months it was difficult. But in the same time, it was a good moment to learn. You know, you become more strong because after playing a final of the Champions League and final of Europa League, you think you are the best.
You've seen everything. And
life shows you another opportunity to learn. Like, my friend, you are never too big. Yeah. And especially football. Football is it's about moment. Yeah. You can have a good season. Next year you have a bad season. But the year after, amazing again. So the up and down and being here, you have to deal with a lot of things, especially being goalkeeper. Not only because you're coming from Inter, but also because great goalkeeper have passed.
You're replacing David De Gea.
David, not only David, you have also, before David, we spoke about Edwin. We spoke about Peter Schmeichel. They have done a lot of good things for this club. Yeah. Also, you guys have done amazing things for this club. And when you wear this jersey, it's heavier. But depend how you say this. For me, it's a strong motivation because you guys being fantastic. You guys won everything, and we have to try to do similar like you, even if it's not easy at the moment.
Is it difficult when ex-players criticise the team? Does it hurt more, or does it feel like it makes it more difficult?
To be honest, for me, I don't pay attention about it.
No,
you know,
that's the right thing to do.
I'm always the one who said, listen, I came in this team to take bullets because we are in reconstruction. Yeah. At the moment, we are not the best. We have other teams who are doing better than us. We have to be honest, we have to recognize that. But when things are going wrong, don't go for the youngest one. I'm here to take it. Bruno is there, Cassie is there, Ari is there. We are used to it. But when you see this for people who want everything, who was sitting where I'm sitting today, sometimes it's bizarre, like, we are in the same boat.
Yeah.
You know, we just try to follow your thing, what you did. For me, I don't mind, but maybe for other people, they're gonna get affected. But for me, to be honest, it's just part of the game.
You have had to face 600 shots on your goal. 20 shots every game come at you. You've got the best save ratio in the league. I mean, the amount of shots you've had to face is crazy. How do we explain that? That's the one thing that, you know, I was a defender, and sometimes you can see shots, of course you do, you can see goals, we make mistakes. But that amount of shots on your goal is incredible.
Yes, but it's a price to pay. And everything is temporarily. Last season, they didn't face that. And I'm sure 100% next season we will not face this amount of shots.
You think it's just this season? But why has it happened?
Because it's football. Because it's football. Sometimes I think it's just moment, and we face a lot of injury crisis. We lost a lot of important players. But of course, it's not an excuse. It's just a bad season for all of us, and we have to stay positive as we are doing at the moment. And I know everything will be all right. If it's not this season, of course, this season is difficult. It will be next one.
How challenging is it been for you having, I think you've had 13 different centre-back partnerships in front of you. How difficult has that been for you not to have that consistency in front of you? Obviously, everyone talks about goalkeeper and centre-backs as being a critical part
but
of the team.
I don't think it's only for me. I think it's for the whole club.
The whole team, yeah.
The whole team, for the manager, for the staff, or the whole staff, for the medical part. Not facing what we are facing is not nice for all of us, you know. But we are Manchester United. We don't have this. We cannot use this as an excuse. So we have to deal with the situation. It's not only about me. Harry is playing with Cassie. Yeah. You don't know if he's like it or not. Cassie is playing centre, but you know, these are the things. But we have to be pragmatic, and we have to look what is the best for the team. If I have to play striker, I will play striker. And Cassie is doing fantastic job for us. He's playing there because the team need him there. Yeah. Diogo sometimes is playing left back because the team need him. Yeah. And we can go point by point. Sometimes Bruno play centre back because I remember against Liverpool Bruno was centre back because the team need him there. So we have to look what is the best for the team, because for me, in the end of the day, we are United players, and when you are here, that means you have a good level. I was about to turn 18, and Barcelona bring in Ter Stegen. He was 22, and then I start to think like I want to have the opportunity to play.
André, you've done a lot of work since 2016. You set up the André Onana Foundation, which has delivered medical care to thousands of people. Just talk to us a little bit about the work that you do.
Well, I started my foundation years ago. Why? Because I came from a foundation as well, you know, and people helped me a lot to become who I am today. So I think for me it's time to give something back. And I started with my foundation with like 6-7 years ago, helping blind people, because I know the reality in my country. It's difficult for a lot of people. And imagine if it's already difficult for you having your parents, and when you don't have them and you're blind, it's even harder. Yeah. So from there on, I started to do some things, helping them, try to give them a smile, try to help them how I can. Not saying I'm going to change the life of everyone, no, but I'm trying to do what I can. Of course, I also have a lot of people who are helping me. Yeah. So together we try to do something nice. And we start with young children, but now we are doing for adults. We're doing a lot of things for a lot of people.
You said you grew up in a foundation. What does that mean, just to people, obviously in the UK? What would that mean in Cameroon, where you grew up?
Well, because I play for a foundation.
Yeah.
When I was in Cameroon.
Okay.
So that's why I decided also to have a foundation to help people, because I have some people who helped me back in the days. So for me, it's the way to pay back to those people who helped me years ago.
And now you're doing some work in Manchester. You've been to the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital today. Just talk to us about what you're doing in Manchester.
It's almost the same thing. Try to make them happy, because everyone have his own fight. We are fighting on the pitch, they are fighting off.
Yeah.
And for some of them, they will have surgeries. But this is more important than what we are doing, because they are fighting for their life. And it's my way to give them support, to tell them, we are with you guys. We will not be there in the operation, but we feel you. You guys, we be strong. It's a big fight, and I'm sure you guys gonna win it.
When you play football, you can see that you play with a big heart. You've obviously off the pitch got a big heart as well. Is it the most important thing to you that you're a good person off the pitch? Is that sort of the foundation of your life and your values and your principles?
Yes, I think it's very important, because of course football is a game of emotion, but it's 90 minutes.
Yeah.
After that, you have your own life, you have a private life, you have your friendship, you have people around you who help you, you have people who need you. So it's important to manage that, because of course football is our job, but beside that, you also have important thing to do.
What was growing up in Cameroon like? Talk to us about your parents and your family and sort of the upbringing that you had.
It's different, talking about my country is always giving me a smile, because it's nice. For me, it's the best country in the world, and I grew up differently than European children, because it's another mentality, it's another culture, but it's nice, and also I had a pleasure to travel a lot, to open my mind, to see how is it in Spain, to see how is in Holland, to see how is in Italy, to see how it's here. So when you have this opportunity, you find out the most important thing is the relationship, because we pay too much attention for things who are not important. No? That's why today I went to the hospital, because this life is in football. It's about moment. Everything is temporary. You have good and bad moment, and it's just great. Cameroon, we grow up like. It's difficult to explain myself in English, because I have so many memories, and I hope we'll have time to share.
And what's going to Barcelona like? I mean, that must have been like, wow, what an experience, what a change in your life, what courage to actually just get up and go and leave.
It was one of the most important decisions I made. But I made that decision without thinking.
Instinct.
But I was not the one who decided. I remember that the club with who I was playing, they already had the agreement for me in Barcelona. But I was the only one who didn't know.
So they sold you almost, or they let you go without knowing?
Not without knowing. Let me explain. Because it's a funny story, because I remember I was in Douala, and I received a call from my mom, who was supposed to travel maybe in 2 days. And my mom, she's telling me, Andre, yes, you travel in 2 days, but make sure you take all your stuff. I'm like, why I'm gonna take all my stuff? No, because you never know, just take all your stuff. Why? She don't want to tell me. Because if she tell me I'm going to play for Barcelona, I will tell all my friends in the same moment. So she didn't want that, she wanted me to be quiet, because for someone who's coming from Cameroon and you have the opportunity to play for Barcelona, it's something huge. And she did right, because if she told me that time, I would say to the whole country, I'm going to Barcelona, because it's something big, I cannot hide that information. And then I received a call, make sure you go visit with everything. And when I arrived in Barcelona, then I see a van over there. They bring me direct to Barcelona Academy. I was like, and then I arrived there, I had to do the trial, and I made the trial, it went good. Then I stayed 5 or 6 years in Barcelona.
Talk to us about that 5 or 6 years in Barcelona and what you learnt and how you grew up and how it was moving away from your parents and obviously all that stability that you'd had.
It was great. Today it was really good, but at the moment, and that time it was difficult, because you are moving to another country, you don't speak the language, you you don't have experience about that country, you don't know anything. Of course, you have some teammates who speak French, but it's not the same. But we had a great time there, We were living in La Masia. It was a very good place to be. You were training the best pitch, great club, fantastic people, and you were learning every day. For me, it was a great time. I had a great time in Barcelona. And I have a lot of teammates who are playing high level as well. When I think back what we did there, it was just amazing, and I'm very grateful for what we have done.
I read that did you turn down or reject a contract in the end at Barcelona and you left? That takes a lot, eh? I mean, that's a great club. It's one of the best clubs in the world. You've been there for a few years. Why did you? What made you turn it down?
Well, because in the end of the day, for me, that time it was important to play somewhere, and of course, I was training with the second team, sometimes with the first team, and I remember the sport director was Subisareta.
Yeah.
That time, and we were having a negotiation to renew my contract, and what they were telling me is not what I found out in the end. Because when I was talking with them, they were like, Andre, we count on you. We will make sure you, if you continue working how you're working, you have a chance. And to be honest, sometimes you have to accept the reality and you have to recognize other people are also good as well. And I was 17, I was about to turn 18, and Barcelona bring in Ter Stegen. He was 22. After 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they bring Bravo. So in the same period. And then I start to think like, it's not enough space for me. I want to have the opportunity to play. So I was looking for option. I had Arsenal, I had Chelsea, I had other clubs.
You went to speak to Arsenal and Chelsea at the time?
Yes. We did. My agent spoke with them that time. But in the end, I decided to go to Ajax because for me, it was important to be in the first team somewhere.
Yeah.
And then from there on, we will see what is going to happen.
Yeah.
And when I had the opportunity to join Ajax, I was so happy.
The principles of Barcelona and Ajax, there's a lot of crossover in terms of the styles of play. I always think the way in which the club's history is, they've got a very clear philosophy. Was that an influence on your decision that you'd grown up in the Barcelona academy? Huge influence in Barcelona of obviously Johan Cruyff. You think about obviously the influence on Ajax.
To be honest,
did that come into your thinking or not?
No, that time, no.
No?
No, because I was just looking for a better option for me. And it was important for me to look for my career, and I was looking also for a league where I can start earlier. That moment, it was one of the biggest clubs who can give you easy the opportunity to show yourself. And time gives me right.
Do you think, obviously, you're great with your feet. Do you think that must have been helped enormously by growing up in the Barcelona academy and then obviously going to a club like Ajax? Or were you already like that?
No, it's not about the fit, because in the end of the day, we are goalkeepers. We adapt about the system. Last season we were not playing from the back.
With Inter, you mean?
With Inter, we were not playing that much. The thing is, it's the system, and the modern goalkeeper adapt with the system. Like I will take an example with the player we have. We cannot go long all the time. We have to keep the ball. So I try to look, and we try to look together as a team, what is the best for us to perform. So I adapt myself with the system, with the tactic.
Was it concentration? Is it something you speak about?
Concentration?
Yeah.
In our level, we don't have to speak about concentration. It will not always rain. Sun will come and shine.
Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying this episode. This is just a quick thank you to Sky Bet, our partners, for making this show happen. It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. Please subscribe, there's loads more episodes coming up, and I hope you're enjoying it. I want to ask you about the manager, Erik ten Hag, because you played with him at Ajax. and you played some of the most wonderful football. What are the main differences and challenges you think that he faces here compared to at Ajax when the football was amazing and this season it's been challenging at United? How is he changed from sort of being at one club to another? What's the difference you see in him?
I don't see any different. I think he's the same guy.
The same coaching, same sessions? Same...
Listen, we are the same guys. We are the same players. We have this. He's the same manager I knew when I was in Ajax. He will not change in 1 or 2 years. I'm not here to back him because he's big enough to, you know.
But you've worked with him before, so it's
yes. Yeah. But last season it was fantastic for him here. I think. So it's just bad season. So for me, because last season I was the best. Yeah. So this season we have a different goalkeeper. Yeah. No, he's the same guy. Yeah. He's just facing a difficult situation, and we are big enough to accept the reality, because if we wanna make things right, we have to accept the reality, and we have to go front foot. Yeah. So I think it's the same manager. He's just facing different and difficult situation, and hopefully things become good for him.
How excited are you about the future at Manchester United? About what you can achieve? Because what you saw against Liverpool in the game, that's probably the best atmosphere when you win. You've seen what Manchester United, what Old Trafford can be. How excited are you about delivering that on a consistent basis?
When I look how we play against top teams, that means we could be fighting for the Premier League. But like I said, I'm very excited for the future, because we have a lot of good young players who are coming. We have a lot of good experienced players, so we just have to find a good mix, and I think next year will be very good.
How do you explain that you play well? I say, let's Coventry as an example, 3-0, and then all of a sudden, how do you explain those moments in matches that sometimes occur? Because it's happened quite a bit. You're an experienced player. What do you think it is that just happens where something just? Where did that come from?
Because it's football. No one can explain football. It's football.
But you just think that happens. You think that you think that there's no reason for it happening.
Everything happened for a reason. Otherwise.
But is it concentration? Is it something you speak about?
Concentration.
Yeah.
I think in our level, we don't have to speak about concentration, because when you're already there, you perform on a high level. But we are just facing bad situation, and we are just facing a bad season. And sometimes you have own goal, you have deflections. There are things you cannot control in life. So we try to adapt. We try to be pragmatic. But the most important things for me is not what already passed. Yeah, it's what we're going to do tomorrow. Because against Coventry, we cannot change anything anymore. It's done. It's over. Now we have to sit in front.
How do you stop it happening again? What do you do to
try and doing what we are doing? Working hard, believing on ourselves, staying together is what we have been doing these years. And I know the hard work will pay. Yeah. I don't know if it's tomorrow, but I know it will pay. If not tomorrow, it will be after tomorrow.
Is the training every day intense? And you watch the training, obviously you played at Inter Milan at high level at Ajax. Is the training at United this season of the level of intensity that you've seen before at previous clubs?
The training are good. I don't think we have to talk about it, because the training are good. We're enjoying the trainings, and it's in the end it's our job. So when we are enjoying it, we play our games, small games there. We have fun, and we battle each other.
How is Steve McLaren? Does he do any of the training now, or is it mainly Eric that does the training?
No, they are doing
they
all
do it
together.
Together.
Yeah, they are doing together. We have a big squad. We actually have nice people with who we are working with. Not only Steve, we have Fletch as well. Yeah. Maybe you might know him. We have good people. We have Benny McCarthy, who are doing fantastic job for us, and they are working all together. To be honest, and for us, we are just. I'm proud to work with them.
I coached at Valencia for 4 months. I got sacked, and the goalkeeping in Valencia was so different. So in England, the goalkeepers used to come out early, do the goalkeeping work, and then they go. What happens now? What's your training every day? Do you train with the players all the way through the possession?
No, depends. Sometimes we come out earlier, sometimes not depending. Sometimes you have 3 games in the week. It's difficult to to push, no? You have to manage yourself because in the end of the day we are all big players, so we know what we need. But we have great goalkeeper coaches, and they are doing fantastic job. So sometimes we are with the team, we do the build-ups. Also depend against who you play.
Yeah.
The preparation against City is not the same preparation against Coventry.
Yeah.
You know, because against City, you know, you run more behind the ball. Against Coventry, you probably have more the possession. But we are fine.
How important has the FA Cup become now? Obviously, getting to the final, second year on the run, playing against Manchester City. I feel like the whole season is sort of built around this match now. Do you feel that in the dressing room? That
Yeah, it's a very important game for us, especially when you're in the final is to win, because we always remember the winner. So who go there to win? Like I said, we are Manchester United. That's another games we will play.
Yeah.
We cannot go thinking we will lose. Otherwise, it's better we don't step on the pitch. We will go there to win. We have important player, good player with a lot of personality, with a lot of experience. Bruno, me, Harry, Victor, we have a lot of big players. So we'll go there to win.
And final question, a message for Manchester United fans from you.
Thank you for the support. First of all, it has been a very, very difficult season for us, for me as well, especially in the beginning. We have to stay together.
Yeah.
Because it will not rain. It will not always rain. Sun will come, and I hope we're all gonna enjoy the sun when it's gonna shine. Because the situation will turn. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow. And together,